What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be talking about Aston Villa's season so far. We're going to be reviewing, going game by game, see how it affected some future matches, except for our last match, obviously, because we don't know the future matches, and just see how we've done so far. Ultimately, we are 6th in the Premier League. We have been knocked out of the EFL Cup. I've got the results up here, but it's going really well for us at the moment, and I'm going to be looking at seeing what kind of material we are, what kind of team we are. Europa League, just top half, maybe even top 6 material, which is in the title of this video. But yeah, I've got all the games pulled up, like I said. But let's get into the video, starting off with Burton away in the cup. Real quick note, though, if you could subscribe to the channel, try and get 200 subscribers before Christmas. That'd be amazing. Of course, only if you enjoy the content. You don't have to. Leave a like, and that'd be great as well. But anyway, enough of the generic YouTube content. Let's get into the video, which starts with Burton Albion away in the Carabao Cup. Obviously, we conceded in the second minute to a League One side, which was slightly depressing. Great way to start the season, of course. But we come back in the 38th through Ollie Watkins, and then in the 88th from Jack Grealish off a corner, and then the 92nd as well from Keenan Davis. Great to see Keenan getting on the score sheet. And at this point, we thought we had tremendous depth in our squad, which as many of us conceive nowadays, we don't. As you can see by the limited amount of substitutions Dean Smith makes and the limited variation of substitutions Dean Smith makes. It's just the Burton, Traore, and Fortress game most games nowadays. So if we can add some players into the core of the squad, some young players that have room to grow and can come off the bench that we have confidence in. I know we've been linked with that young defender from Benfica. His name eludes me at the moment. The 19-year-old, that'd be a great signing, I think. Would probably come around the 5 million mark, and someone we can put into the academy or put into the bench and be confident in their abilities and maybe change the game. Maybe get some players with different skill sets to put on the pitch depending on the game. Not just having to go with the same lineup every time and hoping they figure it out. That's a flaw in our system at the moment. And I think if we do lose some games, some close games, it will be because of the lack of depth in our squad. But the next game was our first home game in the Premier League, which was against Sheffield United. And then obviously the big talking point of this game was a pretty controversial talking point at the time. The John Egan red card in the 12th minute. And for me, it was a red card. He was impeding Ollie Watkins' run from a surging ball from, I believe, Matty Cash or Esri Konsa, maybe even Tyrone Mings, I can't remember. One of them three played a surging over-the-top through ball to Ollie Watkins, and he gets the better of John Egan. Egan kind of holds him back a little bit, arms around his chest, takes him down. It's a straight red card for me. Some people said it wasn't just because of the nature of the tackle. It wasn't very malicious, but he did do it. He was last man. Straight red card for me. And then keep grinding. They get a penalty. Big Emi Martinez save. Love you, Emi. Great debut. Actually said it was like a hat-trick for him. Made his debut, kept a clean sheet, and saved a penalty. It's like a hat-trick for a goalkeeper. So perfect debut for Emi. And then obviously in the 63rd minute, we have a swinging corner. And boom, Tyrone Mings flick on to Esri Konsa, and he puts it into the back of the net. And you love to see a great grind win against a team that we thought would be a decent team in the mid-table of the Premier League, but as it turned out, they've been pretty god-awful this season. So if you would have known that going into this game, that maybe would have been a little bit tough because it's a 1-0 win, it's tight, but got the job done and kick-started our season in the Premier League, which is going very well at the moment. But yeah, let's hop into the next game. Alright, but next up was the real Kickstarter, which was the 3-0 win away at Craven Cottage against Fulham. The 3-0 win, of course. This is what really kickstarted our season. Obviously, goals from Jack Grealish, Connor Hurahan, and Tyrone Mings. And we go in, we right on them away, right on them from the... Alright, so this is what really kickstarted our season here. The 3-0 win at Craven Cottage against Fulham. And obviously Jack Grealish, Connor Hurahan, and Tyrone Mings on the score sheet. And at this point, you got to remember that we do not have Russ Barkley in the team. It's really not the same team nowadays because Russ Barkley completely changes the dynamic of this Aston Villa team. And if we would have had him, I think we could have won this game 4-5, 6-0 maybe. And but 3-0 completely dominated the game. Should have scored more. But instantly won him. Ever since the fourth ball was kicked, won him. And obviously in the 4th minute, Jack Grealish gets his goal. Lovely ball. He passed Alphonso Areola. And then Connor Hurahan on the 15th minute finishes off a great move by the Villa boys. And then right after halftime, we keep the game on and we maintain our pressure, and Tyrone Mings off a set piece puts us 3-0 up. And obviously they have a goal allowed through De Cordova-Reid, but who bats an eyelid, really? And yeah, that's just a great result. And moving on to the next game we've got. So the next game was our first loss of the season, a 1-0 loss against Stoke, which knocked us out of the Carabao Cup. And this brought us down to earth in terms of our lack of depth in our squad. Looks woeful, really. Stoke was just so good defensively. Full credit to him. Great performance from Stoke. Sam Vokes with the goal in the 26th minute. Not going to spend too much time on this one because, to be honest, it was just completely grim. And we wanted to make a run in this competition. We pride this competition. We rate it very highly at the club, like Dean Smith has said multiple times. But we lost. We lost to, ultimately on the day, a better team. So really sound defensively, put their bodies on the line, and that's what our second string needs to have. And that's kind of isolated some players from our squad, like Henry Lansbury and some of those lot who just really aren't good enough to be in and around the first team at the level we want to be competing at in the Premier League. But moving on to the next game, let's get our move on. And next up, we've got the infamous game that will go down in the history of the Premier League, the 7-2 victory over Liverpool, the Premier League champions. Obviously, Ollie Watkins, hat-trick, Jack Grealish got 2, Ross Barkley got 1, and of course, Big John McGinn got on the score sheet as well. Sure, there might have been some deflected strikes. Adrian might have played like a clumsy pigeon in net, but who cares? We beat the champions 7-2. What else do you want from us? And if you really want a more comprehensive review of this game, I actually have one on my channel. I might put a card up here somewhere. I don't know if I will or not. It just depends on if I upload it to my computer. But getting back on track, completely fluke game for me. I was expecting that we were going to lose. Maybe we'd go back down to earth. But we came out. We were better than them from the start. They were terrible defensively. Van Dijk and Gomez were woeful. Adrian was obviously terrible. Made that bad back pass to Ollie Watkins for his first Premier League goal. Big man out here. And ever since then, we were just better than them. Obviously, when we were up 2-1. When we were up 2-0, they got one back. Then we got another one back through John McGinn. And then we go in half one, 4-1 up at the champions. At Villa Park against the champions, my bad. And then we end up winning the game 7-2, which is completely ridiculous. Probably my best memory as an Aston Villa fan. Just complete fluke. I didn't stop celebrating for about 2.5 weeks. Some say I'm still celebrating. But just completely amazing game. And of course, if you want a more comprehensive review, I have one on my channel. That was more in the elastation, I should say, of the game. That was about 2.5 hours after the game. So, yeah, completely insane game. One of my best memories in football, if not in life. And the next game is when we really started to see things coming together. Ross Barkley was obviously in and integrated in the squad at this point. His first game was against Liverpool. But, of course, against Leicester away. Oh, what a game. I was actually only able to watch the second half of this game because I had an actual game. I had a soccer game that was played, and I could only watch the second half while we were preparing for our next game because we actually made it to the finals, of course. Yeah, but enough about me. We're talking about Aston Villa here. What am I on about? And so while I was walking to the field, I saw that Ross Barkley scored in the 91st minute. On my phone, I was watching the game. I erupted. 91st minute goal against Leicester, who were flying at the moment and still are flying, and were one of the only teams to have outclassed them this season. Not outclassed, it was a very tight game, but played at their level. This is when they still had Castagne, Johnny Evans, all them boys, Kaglo Sayuncu. They had all their team in, and we still managed to beat them at their home ground, which is completely insane. We grinded out the win, and then in the 91st minute, Ross Barkley, long shot. Beautiful strike, beautiful goal, beautiful win for the Villa boys. But moving on to the next set of 2 games. Yeah, but I'm not going to spend too much time on these next 2 games, because to be honest, they were quite poor from us. Our 2 worst games of the season, 2 defeats in a row in the Premier League. First off, at home against Leeds, 3-0, treating Patrick Bamford to a Premier League hat-trick. A good player, yes, but is he gonna blow someone out of this world? No. He's a good finisher, but not elite level in the Premier League, I'd say. A very good championship level striker and a very good bottom half striker, kind of like a Callum Wilson. But yeah, we were just poor all game. I thought we were pretty good. We should have scored. Obviously, Jack Grealish had one cleared off the line in the first half, and then in the 55th minute, when the first goal goes in, we shut down. Our systems go haywire, and we just never looked like we were a threat again, and they battered us 3-0. Fair play to Leeds. And, of course, the next game was the 4-3 against Southampton. Boy, oh boy, giving away free kicks to Southampton. Giving away free kicks to James Ward-Prowse. What are we doing? This was back when they had Danny Ings as well, so they were a little bit more dangerous than they are now, even though Che Adams is is something else this season. But 20th minute, we give away a free kick. James Ward-Prowse whips in a delicious delivery into Yannick Vestergaard. Nothing Emi Martinez can do. It's a header back across the face goal into the top right corner. What can you do? And then we give away another silly free kick on the edge of the box. 33rd minute. Boom. Top right corner. Nothing Martinez can do. We do the same thing again before halftime. Boom. Top corner. Nothing Martinez can do. So I don't know what we were expecting to happen. We'd seen it twice already. Why were we giving away another free kick? But yeah, Emi Martinez couldn't do anything for any of these goals. Then 58th minute, Danny Ings. Oh, just get that nasty strike out of here, man. You can't do that to people. You simply can't. That's just... Danny Ings is a different breed, as some might say. But, yeah, so we're down 4-0. Then we show some good fighting spirit. Tyrone Mings gets on the score sheet in the 62nd minute. We get the ball back, and then Ollie Watkins scores a PK on a foul from Jack Grealish in the 93rd. And then, obviously, Grealish gets a nice goal off a fine strike from the edge of the box into the bottom left corner in the 97th to make it look more respectable. But 19 shots, 10 on target to their 9 and 4 on target. They were just much more clinical than us. Bad first half, bad decisions in our own half, giving away stupid free kicks. It was some naivety that showed that day, and it was a poor result from us. But we did show some fight to get back into that game, which we love to see. But the final game obviously was against Arsenal, and I've made a review on this game in my Let's Talk Villa podcast. You can go check that out on my channel. Again, might leave a code here somewhere. Probably not, but yeah, 3-0 win. We ran out 3-0 winners, but Ollie Watkins brace in the second half, 72nd and 75th minute, and a Bukayo Saka own goal. Of course, a John McGinn disallowed goal as well in the first minute. But we won them since the start, deserved to win the game wholeheartedly, completely outclassed them in the midfield, overran their midfield, and just provided so much more than they did. They never looked like they had anything going forward. Obviously, they had a handful of good chances, Rob Holding being the main one. But overall, we were just the better team on the day, and this showed how much class, how much quality we have. It looked like it was a routine win against Arsenal. For Aston Villa. For us, let's go. But this just shows how much quality we have nowadays, and ultimately, I think we can get the top 6 this season. And if we do, I think it will be 6. I think we'll finish 6th, 7th, or 8th or 9th, in between 6th and 9th place this season in the Premier League. And that's just astounding for me to say. I never thought I'd be saying that after last season. But it's phenomenal. It's phenomenal to see. And yeah, again, if you want a more comprehensive review, Let's Talk Villa #1 is on my channel from yesterday. And yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. I've thoroughly enjoyed making this one and put a lot of effort into editing it. And like I said, make sure to subscribe and like the video if you haven't already, because I'm trying to hit 200 subscribers by Christmas. That'd be amazing. You guys are awesome. It's been me, PJC. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. And remember, up the Villa. That's it for me, lads.